Sarah Paul in on the perimeter, and now Kelsey Cooley, who just took that shot.
Interesting that Clausen was guarding Kelsey Loon at that time, so they're going to get tired of seeing each other before this game's over.
I think you're absolutely right. Oh.
Held ball. KK Armstrong gets tied up.
Jarrett just grabbed that from her.
It's Indiana State's arrow.
This is really quite a matchup between Jarrett and KK Armstrong. Both kids very athletic, but, you know, Jarrett just gets places you don't expect her to be, and she's got quick feet, quick hands.
Made some big plays down the stretch defensively in the Evansville win for Indiana State. Cooley, there's a good look, and Cooley's got a field goal to go with 2 free throws. Tanya Warren's seen enough. She's not real happy right now with the way this game has started for Northern Iowa.
Well, there's no question they've got to come out of the lane and guard Cooley, and most post players don't like that situation.
Well, you know, it's interesting. They backed off Shilley at that 4 spot when Shilley's in the game, but you can't do that when Cooley's out there.
No, and they were doubling down on Shannon Thomas, who's been very good on the block, and that's what opened Cooley at the top of the key. You know, if they're going to double post to post, they're going to leave that open.
Coach will be talking to both of the head coaches tonight. Coach Hutchison will be talking to them along with others in our Cardinal Glennon Intermission Report. It's brought to you by Cardinal Glennon Children's Medical Center, where love for kids just keeps on growing. We've got a lot planned for you at halftime of this game. Clausen has yet to have a good look prior to that. Really the only three-point shooter on this team, and Paul's got a steal, but no numbers. Shane trying to create something, and she steps out.
I think she's got a great future as well. Another good freshman in this league. And overall, Mitch, I've been very impressed with the freshmen in the Missouri Valley Conference this season. It'll be difficult picking just 5 for the all-rookie team this year.
Very good base for this league for the years to come. Beck fans the weak side pass. Rubens leaves it short. And Indiana State's got it back with a 6-point lead. Just under 13 to play in the first 20. Indiana State tied for the league lead with Illinois State at 6-1 in conference play.
Rubens is playing with a support on that right hand. I'm sure that's making her shot a little more difficult. She broke some bones in that hand earlier in the season.
6 to shoot. Jarrett's already hit a 3. Probably too much to ask to have her hit twice.
She's not shy to take it, though, is she?
She's 18% from 3 coming in. Nice duck under. Whippazinski's got her first bucket. Averaging 16 points a game in Valley play. The junior from the Green Bay area from Ashwaubenon, the same town that's produced Adam Cook for the men's team here at Northern Iowa. They've been an incredible story. 9 straight league wins. But the Wisconsin area good for recruiting for Northern Iowa. Cooley, they're going to have to step out on her.
I think she may like being in this substitute role instead of a starter, but she's definitely looking for a shot more.
Isn't starting overrated, though? You get introduced at the beginning of the game so you can get the bump and hand slap and all of that stuff. But
you know, players should be most pleased if they're playing at the end of the game, not the beginning. Nice defense that time by Thomas.
Shows some quickness to get around Whippazinski. So Indiana State has carried this whole defensive theme into the start of this game.
Sarah Paul is a kid that saw relatively little playing time until the 2 injuries to Leah Phillips and David Maddox.
Foul on Northern Iowa. We'll come back after this 6-point lead for the Sycamores.
Where can you get the best milk? From Tom, from Russ, from Laura and Maggie.
It comes from all of us.
We're Prairie Farms, and we don't just work for the dairy. We are the dairy, making sure the milk in your child's school, in your stores, and on your table is fresh and healthy, handled with the kind of care that your family deserves.
We are Prairie Farms Dairy.
Ask for us, the farmer-owned dairy.
It might just take a little something different, a break from the norm, ordinary clock ticking the same time, same old with the flick of a switch, a new light, new mood, new tone, new pitch, voila, pleasurable indeed, oh yeah, satisfy my need, alright, how I long to be, my soul on fire, my spirit free, whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, whoa.
I know this drill. I rack up a big charge on my credit card. I get a tote bag.
Well, actually, with our points program, you can get gift cards, flat screen TVs, even plane tickets.
How do you get enough points for that?
Oh, all kinds of ways. By using your debit card, your credit cards, checking account.
I don't believe you.
What?
You messing with me, right?
Oh, I'm not messing with you.
Can I still get the tote bag?
Absolutely.
It's not just banking. It's National City.
Gatorade presents tonight's Valley Legend. It's Northern Iowa's Amy Swisher, #1 on the Panthers' all-time scoring list with 1,851 points. She holds the Panther career record for field goals with 726. Selected twice to Valley All-Tournament teams, the Cedar Falls, Iowa native overcame diabetes to earn first-team all-conference honors 3 years in a row. Amy Swisher of Northern Iowa. Gatorade, is it in you? Indiana State rocking on here. They're leading 12-6 on the road. It's time to announce tonight's Prairie Farms Valley Scholar Athlete of the game. It's Northern Iowa's Lindsey Swanson, a sophomore guard from Denison, Iowa. Swanson missed last year due to injury. She's got a 3.92 in finance and has a career high of 13 points against Southern Illinois. That was her freshman year. The Prairie Farms family of dairies. Prairie Farms, Highland and Roberts Dairies, serving dairy fresh food products throughout Mid-America. What's interesting here, Indiana State has forced 8 turnovers from Northern Iowa and yet has yet to commit a foul, and we've not played 9 minutes. That's impressive.
I think it's very good body control and a good game plan, but Jim Wheaty's team typically has almost more free throws made than their opponents attempt, and I think that's something coaches often overlook. I think it is so important in winning ball games.
Lepazinski takes it right at Shilley, and Shilley's going to get called with a body bump. There's your first foul on Indiana State.
And, you know, the other thing is Indiana State realizes they can't afford fouls. They don't have enough bench to get some of these kids in foul trouble. And the perimeter is a bigger problem than it is on the post even.
Great hands by Kelsey Luna. Poke it away from Kim Lepazinski.
Luna said today, Mitch, that she's not really vocal, but she's sure learning how to be in a hurry with this group.
You know, Christy Cerrone has owned the Player of the Year award in the Valley the last couple of years, but Luna's having the kind of year where she could challenge.
She could, there's no question. And that's a great matchup. Luna has done very well against the Redbirds.
KK Armstrong trying to attack here. Northern Iowa trying to get some kind of flow offensively. And Lepazinski maybe a little too unselfish there.
Yeah, I thought she was going to take that, and it looked like her teammate was on the way to the board.
Tanya Warren's team has turned it over 10 times, but 8 of those have been Indiana State steals.
Well, 2 stats that really have hurt Northern Iowa, and you've already mentioned that. The turnovers are definitely a big issue, but the other problem is they average almost 20 fouls a game as well.
In transition, Clausen trying to get something, and yet another steal for Indiana State. Shilley walked with it.
Yeah.
Got caught in between steps, and it cost Indiana State an advantage at the other end.
Still a great defensive effort by the Sycamores. They are playing so well together as a unit. You know, when you've only got a few kids playing, sometimes it's easier. You get used to playing with each other.
3 3 different players lost to knee injury. There's a set play. Beck. And a miss from Uhlenhop.
That was a good try on the boards by Rubens that time, though. She blocked her player under the bucket.
Jim Wheaty's team also trying to find something offensively, but their defense has been great here in the first half. And you sat in that chair, you know what Tanya Warren's going through, trying to figure out a way to score. Luna off left on that 3-point attempt. Shilley can't save it, but Tanya Warren's over there trying to figure out, how can I get the ball in the basket?
You're absolutely right, and that is so frustrating. Luna posts up first. In fact, I thought that she really wanted it in there. She draws her defense into that screen. I think she uses her screens as well as anybody I've seen, and that's a real talent.
Beck can't get it to go down. Indiana State comes back in transition. Jarrett with the miss. And Northern Iowa steps out of bounds. Erin Broquet had the rebound. We might be leading the league here in stepping out of bounds tonight. It's happened several times.
4 times on that one baseline.
Under 9 to play first half. Indiana State with an 8-point lead. And here's a foul away from the ball.
I missed that foul.
It's going to be on Brittany Shane for a moving pick here.
Oh, yeah, there she was. Pushing in the paint there, trying to get open.
Little armbar action cost the Sycamores. Let's see if Northern Iowa can score. You know, they're the team that's been doing a decent job defensively. Held Evansville to 43 and Southern Illinois to 41.
Nice block that time by Thomas. That would be her 20th block of the season.
Jim Wheaty and his staff did an excellent job of recruiting this past year. And he's excited about the next 2 classes he's got coming or potentially coming.
He's got a nice staff over there. Clint Weddle and Melanie Beglin doing a lot of his recruiting. They've gotten out and found the talent.
In basketball, the term is to dig. If you can dig it, Indiana State is digging it right now, because when the ball goes into the post, these Northern Iowa Panthers are having a hard time. How many times have we seen guards dig it away from posts already in this first half? Charge, and Shane has got her 2nd foul in as many trips, both offensive fouls.
That will really bother the Sycamores. They'll have to come in with another player, but no question. And credit KK Armstrong for holding her defensive position that time. Good footwork, freshman to freshman. Again, Sarah Paul coming in for Shane that time, and Sarah's really, when somebody gets injured, it opens an opportunity for someone else, and there's no question that Sarah Paul has that opportunity now. That was another block, I think, by Shannon Thomas.
Tanya Warren still chewing on aspirin, trying to figure out a way to score. She's down 8 at home.
Detachability, bad.
Now, you see, that's why I don't ride a bike.
Drinkability, good. Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability. From the moment he arrived, Marley was one of a kind, just like your dog. Help him make the most of every laughable, lovable year with Purina Puppy Chow. Long live rascals. Long live your dog. Purina Puppy Chow and Purina Dog Chow. Marley and Me, only in theaters.
The Missouri Valley Conference celebrates athletic excellence, bringing you non-stop red-hot collegiate basketball. There's another team in town that we're privileged to support, the Bob Costas Cancer Center at Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. The Cancer Center provides state-of-the-art technology, a child-friendly environment, and compassionate care to children who are diagnosed with cancer and other blood disorders. The Missouri Valley Conference and the Bob Costas Cancer Center. We're here for the kids. Give us a hand.
Instability, bad.
Nailed it.
Drinkability, good. Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
When visiting Cedar Falls, Iowa, stay at the choice of the Missouri Valley Conference, the Holiday Inn in Cedar Falls. With 112 luxurious guest rooms, hot tub suites available, an indoor and outdoor pool, game area, free local calls, and a free airport shuttle. And always remember Green Street's Dining Room and Lobby Lounge, which offers Friday night seafood buffet and a Sunday brunch. When visiting Cedar Falls, stay at the choice of the MVC, the Holiday Inn in Cedar Falls, Iowa.
When Metro Sports takes its cameras on the road, these hotel properties, the homes away from home. Call these hotels or visit the websites of these properties when following your favorite team away from home, or maybe your youth sports team. They're great for us. Indiana State leading Northern Iowa 14-6 in this game. We talked about the freshmen in this game. You look at other freshmen around the conference. Casey Garrison of Missouri State also comes to mind. But Brittany McSparron of Drake, there are others. I'm kind of excited, Jill, to tell you about the base being built with the freshman classes across America's Renaissance Conference.
No question. In fact, Casey Garrison just had her third double-double in 4 games for Missouri State. And that's the kind of performance we're getting out of all of these freshmen right now.
Good news for Northern Iowa, Lizzie Beck got a steal. The bad news for Northern Iowa, Lizzie Beck threw it to Jim Weedy. I'm telling you, Tyner Warren is over there thinking, how am I going to score?
Well, and that has plagued them this whole season. But again, they just, I think, got discombobulated when they lost Jackie Kalen. Oh, nice screen.
Yeah, give Shilly credit. And Luna is fouled on the shot.
Again, watch Luna come off her screen. She cuts tight enough to get rid of the defense, whether it's on the ball or off. But she sets it up. She jams her player in. She changes speed and accelerates. See how she uses Schilling at the top? She at least gets half of her defense caught there.
That was a single screen, but we have seen Indiana State use a lot of doubles. They'll stagger for her. And good at rubbing off those screens. Uhlenhop has her first foul, third foul on Northern Iowa in the first half. Luna, with her 2 free throws, has 5. She averages 15 per game.
You know, Mitch, I don't know about you, but I was kind of blown away when we were talking to Luna this morning at their shoot-around, and she said she never shot in high school. She was a defensive specialist, so she'd rather get a steal than a bucket.
Turnaround not there from Broquet, and she swats it out to Indiana State. Northern Iowa 3 for 14 from the field and 14 first half turnovers in 13 minutes.
You don't get many shot options when you turn it over 14 times.
Trying to create something, a run and jump up top, but Armstrong is called for the foul. So that's the way Tanya Warren's trying to maybe create some offense with the defense, going a little chase in the half court.
Well, Tanya's definitely got more players to wear down Indiana State, and it seems that she may be trying to do that by subbing quite a bit here.
Jarrett, great job, breaks down the defense and sets up Kara Schilly for an easy 2, and Indiana State building up some equity here, leading by 12. 8-0 Sycamore run, the She Trees by a dozen. Sycamores run the floor and get an easy basket. Shannon Thomas for 2. And a pretty good sequence for Indiana State and Bianca Jarrett.
Indiana State really is going to push the ball anytime Jarrett's in the game. And, you know, Northern Iowa did not get back at all. They had Broquet there, and she had to make a choice whether she was going to take Jarrett or the post inside, and she got caught in a tweener there.
Give credit to Sarah Paul, too, for the assist, but a very good first half for Jim Wheaty's Indiana State Sycamores, leading by 14. And keep in mind, Northern Iowa undefeated in the conference at home so far this year.
Indiana State picked 7th in the league this year, and they're sitting in a tie for first place. If they can continue that, Mitch, that they will have one of the biggest turnarounds in league history.
Jarrett hands Armstrong up top, and yet another steal for Indiana State. Maybe out of bounds to the Sycamores.
Indiana State's doubling everything inside right now. It's hard to get the ball in, and Northern Iowa continues to try and force that. Lipozinski's trying to go inside, and Beck has 3 players around her. It probably wasn't a great choice.
Again, a little run and jump by Northern Iowa forces a turnover.